Okay, you guys, I have no idea where you came from. I'm so thrilled and excited. You don't understand. You don't understand. When I first started this channel, I only had like 7 people, and that to me was a lot. And then yeah, it's just nuts. And to have 153 and climbing, you know, even if I lost you guys all tomorrow, I'm glad that, you know, we got to meet, because the truth is, look at these nachos. We got guac, we got pico de gallo on the side, we got pulled pork, and I'm gonna eat this to the best of my ability. Also, you know, there's just so much to talk about and so little time. Okay, guys, so I want to tell you, I don't have fork. Guys, I do. This is how much of a fat ass I am. I have cutlery in this bitch. Okay, so here's how my mind works. I just have a lot of intrusive thoughts, and I have forgotten a lot of the things that I've gone through in my life and all the people that I've met, and then sometimes, some days, these thoughts just come to me, and I really want to focus more on living in the moment and letting go of the past. And in doing that, rather than paying $150 for therapy per hour, I can just talk to myself, talk to you guys, and vent and be cathartic. And maybe some of you have experienced this and be like, oh shit, I'm not alone in the world. Now, I have to be honest with y'all. I've been really trying to change my mindset for years, okay? This guy is just literally looking at me with his dog. I don't understand it. Okay, you have a cute dog. It's fine. Literally for years, right? Look at this pulled pork. Okay. I just want to treat this like catching up with a friend that I haven't seen in a while. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of pico de gallo. That's why I asked for it on the side, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. And you know what? A lot of these mukbangs that I've seen, we're always apologizing for stuff. And I don't want to apologize on here. I don't want to apologize for my setup. I don't want to apologize for things. Like, this is just me. This is who I am. I'm not trolling. I'm not trying to be anybody I'm not. I'm just a chick from Chicago that really likes to eat food. You know? And I'm sure there's a lot of people who like to eat food. That's why we're here, right? My main goal in this is just to treat it like a video diary. Get to meet new people, talk to new people. I appreciate y'all who comment and say nice things. As a woman, I want to stop apologizing for everything. Sorry, not sorry, bitch. I ramble. I don't really have a set story all the time. But we'll get to know each other. We'll share stories. I have a lot of petty stories. I am older now. I don't have the answer for everything. But I think it's important to share these petty stories to see what we've learned and how we can help other people. I think a lot about my past jobs, the way that I do about past relationships, because they were a big part of your life for whatever amount of time, right? And you need to understand that I've forgotten a lot, and a lot I've blocked out for my own protection, because I would be pissed off if I remembered all this shit. And you know, I always hear shit like, oh, look at the amount of friends a person has, it says so much about them. And, you know, I think our society tries to make it seem like there's something wrong with the individual, but sometimes it's just a circumstance. It's just something that happens. And I think it's important to share our stories so we can come to an understanding of what happened from our perspective. And the problem is that sometimes I think about sharing these stories with you guys, and then I'm like, not today. Mama doesn't feel like getting mad today. You guys are my friends. You know, that's just the truth. Like, I don't have a hard time making friends. I have a hard time keeping them and sustaining them. Because I do give a lot of myself to people. And if I don't feel that same energy back, I'm not going to give you more energy than you're giving me. You know? I've talked about it in previous videos. It's a relationship. You got to put in work, boo. And sometimes people just drift apart because you're too busy doing other things with other people, and you're no longer a part of that. And I've accepted that at this point in my life. I think we just go back to what's wrong with me. You know, you see somebody who has a shit ton of friends, you're like, oh my god, they must be so awesome, they must be so likable. I don't even know how people maintain that many friends. Mix this up a little bit. I have an example for y'all. I was friends with this girl for a long ass time. This girl's such a fucking evil girl. Okay? And I don't even know how we were friends for so long. It was all very surface level. But for somehow, we always remained in touch for at least over 10 years. I have like 2 handfuls of people that I've known for over a decade. And most of the people I don't talk to anymore. In 2014 to 2015, I got her a job. And I don't know why. It was just me referring her. I'm like, I feel like you'd be really great at this. It's like a dead-end call center job. And I was like, and for some reason, I feel like you would really get along with this guy named Marcus. Now, Marcus had a longtime girlfriend named Amber. I really have to give you the long and short of it. So they were just, I would categorize them as hipsters. They looked so much similar. Like, they looked like they're related. They had the same glasses, hipster vibe. I didn't think anything of it. But this guy was so weird and antisocial and really didn't fuck with anybody until Amanda started, right? I'll give you a hint, y'all. They're now married. So they ended up clicking, and everybody obviously was like, what the fuck? They would hang out all the time, and obviously, like, and the most vindictive part about it was Amanda hated Amber. She, like, wanted to be with Marcus so bad. Like, so bad. Like, I remember her crying to me one time when we were hanging out. Like, why can't it be? Blah, blah. Yeah. Well, it ended up happening. And now, they live together. They're married. They're not having kids. They're, like, anti-kids. I want karma to hit her so bad. She's like, she's not a good person. Not a good friend. I'm sure she could tell you stories about me too and how fucking crazy I am and all this stuff, but like, with me, what you see is what you get. With this girl, she was like sneaky and conniving and like acted innocent, you know? But she like was so different. And the same thing happened with my friend Sasha. My friend Sasha, who's now married, has another kid by somebody else. 2 different baby daddies. The guy that she's with was separated. And like, I am judging. I am judging to the nines, because what makes you think if you did that to somebody else, what makes you think that you're so special that that's not going to happen to you? Haven't y'all heard the same way you get them is the same way you lose them? Like, all I want is to be vindicated. All I want is for these people to just get their karma, and I'll never know. Like, she just came to my mind today, and I was like, oh man, I gotta tell this fucking story. And that's really the gist of it. My close friends who also know her are like, that girl is bad news, bro. I was doing so much for somebody that like didn't give a fuck about me, only cared about themselves, tossed me to the side when she got everything she wanted. But like, they were so codependent. Maybe they still are, but they were so codependent to the point where they couldn't breathe without being next to each other. It was bad. It's so unhealthy. I'm like, that guy's such... And the thing that pisses me off too is like, she would talk shit about my best friend, my best guy friend, saying like, who she's also known for 10 years. Oh, everybody thinks he's gay, he's gay, he's gay. I'm like, bro, everybody thinks Marcus is gay. Just because you act a certain way or you're very feminine or whatever doesn't mean that somebody's gay. Like, how can you be... And even if they were, who fucking cares? Like, I don't even know why I dealt with her for so long. I don't know why God or whoever had this person in my life and why I didn't cut them off. Like, there was just something about them that I was always like, oh, hey, how are you? How you doing? So, like, I guess I've been the fake friend. We've all been fake friends just for the sake of having somebody, for not being lonely. I'm disappointed in myself for not cutting that person off sooner. I think that what makes me so mad is like the cockiness of it all. Like, no, bro. There's gonna be somebody else who's just like you, who's gonna come along and swipe you off your feet. You know what I mean? Or them to somebody else. And if not, and they live happily ever after, good for them. Why do I care? Because it never worked out for me that way. Why was it so easy for these bitches? When I wanted somebody who had a wife or a girlfriend, they didn't leave them for me, but that made me respect them more. Maybe, oh shit, they're not a fuckboy, they're not a cheater. You know, I think so many times we get focused on, well, I'm worth it enough, or I'm not worth it enough. And that's not it. It's just the luck of the draw, whatever happens. And we don't know why these things happen, how they happen, but they happen. I'm mostly upset at myself for like giving so much of myself to the wrong people. And caring so much about the wrong people that I need to like reinvest myself into the right people. Thanks for listening to my petty.